Cyberpunk be like.
No.
Cyberpunk be like.
Cyberpunk be like.
I know, it's bad.
Hey guys, Musashi Boys here. Lucas, Melly, Billy, and we are talking about the Game Awards. We're going to go through a couple categories that are important to us, starting off with Game of the Year and ending with the most anticipated game of next year. You'll want to hear that.
Let's get right into it.
Okay, so Game of the Year nominees, what do we have, Billy?
We have Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. So, what's your opinion, Melly?
Okay, so here are the games that I have and have not played in this list because I haven't played all of them. I have not played Deathloop, I have not played Psychonauts 2, I have played Ratchet & Clank, and I have not played Resident Evil Village. Personally, I love It Takes Two. Me and Lucas play that game a lot and I really enjoy it. But I don't think it deserves Game of the Year. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to Metroid Dread because I haven't played a lot of that game, but I have seen him play almost that whole game. Like, the game looks fantastic, the combat looks fantastic, so I think that one is gonna get Game of the Year.
And I haven't played Deathloop, Psychonauts. I have played Resident Evil Village. Get that out of here. I'm with her. Metroid Dread, that's where it's at. I love Ratchet & Clank, but it just doesn't win my Game of the Year. Metroid Dread, crazy enough, wins it.
Alright, so crazy enough, I have actually never played any of these. I played one. I've only played It Takes Two with myself. And you know, it's cool. It's more of a narrative story, and I don't think it's a Game of the Year story for everyone, right? Metroid Dread. Metroid is just a great series in general. Each one has, I would say, pretty threatening villains at the start. Like, I believe this one's like the robots and stuff, right?
Yeah.
In the older ones, they're in Fusion. You were being chased by basically yourself as well. So it's very reminiscent of that, and I love that game. So I think this one's gonna be Game of the Year.
Here are the nominees for the best ongoing games of the year. We have Apex Legends, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty Warzone. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna give kind of an unpopular opinion, I feel like, but only to give it respect.
Okay.
Apex Legends, I've played it before. It's just not my game. It's not my game. I personally would not choose it. Final Fantasy XIV Online, I've never played it.
Yeah.
Fortnite, Fortnite has a super strong community and all this different stuff. Genshin Impact is a really great game. Call of Duty Warzone, love that game. I play that personally a lot, but I'm gonna have to give the award to Fortnite. Because as much as it's not my game, it is so popular. Like, but it might not be our thing, and honestly, the building part of Fortnite is really annoying, but there are so many, it's so strong in the community. Like, how can I be like, no, like, what other games, like, have the best ongoing support? Tell me.
I won't tell you. I'll tell you. So the reason why Melly is wrong about this, I think Fortnite dropped off. I think that, yeah, they've been adding all of these new cool characters, like Marvel characters, DC characters. I'll give them props for that. Naruto, whatever. But I'm hearing more complaints than ever about the game itself. Not about the skins and stuff, which is cool, but I'm hearing more complaints about the game. Same thing with Apex. I feel like Apex isn't having the amount of hype that it should have, that it used to have. Like, both these games are on the downtrend. While Warzone, I feel like the people are so hyped for this new map. Final Fantasy Online, I've heard so many people like within the community so happy about the huge amounts of content that game's getting. And Genshin Impact, I feel like personally, me and Billy are like kind of like, fuck that game. But I think a lot of people are happy with it. It has a growing community, and I think that the game has so much to grow, and it's on the uptrend, that one of those three games deserves it more than Apex or Fortnite, which I think are on the downtrend, you know?
I think Fortnite already way past its prime. If we're talking about prime, 100%. But ongoing as of right now, I play a bit of Final Fantasy. That shit ass. It's not my cup of tea. Apex Legends, also not really. I'm really done with Battle Royales. I'm done.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've been playing shooters for so long, I'm honestly just done with that genre as well.
Okay.
So the only game that I could say that's the best is Genshin Impact, which I can't say full-heartedly, yeah, it should be, but I do like what they're doing with the game right now. More things are being released. The only thing that matters to me and Lucas is that this is the multiplayer. We need multiplayer.
When are they adding this?
Good
like,
multiplayer.
Oh.
But the game itself is good. All right, so this is the big one. The next topic is going to be the best role-playing games. First, we got Cyberpunk 2077, Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Tales of Arise. Oh, bangers!
I'm just gonna skip over everyone.
No.
Cyberpunk be like,
No.
Cyberpunk be like,
Cyberpunk be like,
I know, it's bad.
again, well, just Cyberpunk in the trash. Like, not even necessarily because it's necessarily bad now, but like when that released, the disc of we had gotten the PS5. We were so ready to play Cyberpunk 2077 on the PS5 that we somehow managed to cop. Horrible. We returned it. Did we return it? Yeah. Monster Hunter Rise, I honestly love that game. I have ADHD, so sometimes I don't have the attention span for like 50-minute monster fights, but I enjoy them. I have not played Scarlet Nexus, but I feel like I've heard good things about it. Shin Megami Tensei 5, I have not played. I honestly don't know much about that game. And Tales of Arise, I have played. That game, I think, is really just beautiful. I love the costumes and there's all the skins you can use, and I'm so far really liking the story. I haven't finished it. I do really enjoy the combat. My top two are definitely Monster Hunter Rise or Tales of Arise. I like Monster Hunter because it's multiplayer, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Tales.
So here's the thing. I've played basically all the games except for Shin Megami Tensei, which Billy will obviously be letting you guys
waiting.
know about it. But Cyberpunk, get out of here. So we got Monster Hunter Rise, which that game at the beginning of the year just captured my essence. It was everything. You know what's up. It was amazing. Me and Billy hunting these monsters. It's coming to PC soon. Deserves the praise. That game was so fun.
Also, we'll be doing a series on that when it does come out for PC.
Definitely.
So look forward to that.
Definitely. And then Scarlet Nexus, at one point, this was my game of the year. I loved the combat and everything, the storytelling, but then I eventually found that the storytelling and the combat were a little disjointed. Then we skip over to the Tales of Arise. I am very close to beating the game. Have not yet. I love the combat. I love the story. I love all these different things. I think the negative to that is it can be a little anime, a little too much anime. And I think, honestly, not being able to cancel into roles is driving me crazy a little bit. I thought it was a good thing. It's not. So just, make it random. I don't care. Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Tales of Arise. I'll be happy if any of those three win.
Now I'll tell you the true banger of this
let's hear it.
whole list.
Let's hear it.
Shin Megami Tensei 5. I actually never played it. I don't have it. But the only reason why I'm advocating for this, I am a huge Persona fan. Let me rephrase that. I played Persona 5 and I love that game to death. I've never played any other game in the series. But Persona 5 is based off this game.
Yeah.
And that's like my top 3 games of all time and probably the best JRPG as of right now.
Yeah.
Tales of Arise, I think not. That game, repetitive.
Okay.
The only thing that carries it is the graphics.
Really?
100%.
But the graphics
Man.
Don't be spicy.
This dude hasn't even played either one of these games. Get out of here. What the heck?
And Scarlet Nexus, I know it's going to be a pretty good game when I do pick it up, but I feel like just like other Platinum games like Nier Automata or Bayonetta or anything like that, it's going to be similar combat to that.
It is, 100%. Yeah, it is.
So that's cool. But I don't want that. And Monster Hunter Rise is just great. So it really is a toss between them, but I am advocating for Tensei 5.
Okay, so who better than me to introduce the best fighting game category? Okay, so first we got Demon Slayer. Second, we have Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood, Type Lumina, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. I am a die-hard Guilty Gear.
Oh,
what?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to read your mind. I thought you said
No!
Nickelodeon. Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying.
I am a die-hard Guilty Gear Strive fan. I love that game. I love playing Eno. I love playing Jacko. I stream that game. I just love the characters and like some of the backstory and just the way it looks. It's by the same people who made the Dragon Ball FighterZ game, and I think it was done very well. Demon Slayer, look at that stuff. Like, I love Demon Slayer, but it's the same thing as like the
Storm, Naruto.
The Naruto Ninja Storm. Like, no, that's not a fighting game. Like, it is, but like, how can you make that competitive? Melty Blood, never even heard of that game. I'm not even gonna cap with you. Don't have anything about it.
Valid.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl disappointed me. And then Virtual Fighter 5, I also don't know anything about that game, so I can't really speak on it, but I think Guilty Gear Strive should win first place.
And I am in complete agreement. Guilty Gear Strive. Love this game. It's like the first fighting game that I've gotten into, if that makes sense. Basically, Dragon Ball FighterZ, I got into it because of Dragon Ball. Every fighting game I've gotten into has been because of like outside reasons of different like things I loved. But this is the first game that is a self-contained universe that doesn't really stray outside of itself that I've just fallen in love with. And I really think that Guilty Gear is the best fighting game on here. Not Demon Slayer is just a Naruto clone. Melty Blood is like, I've heard okay things about it, but it's not gonna win this. Let's be real, it's not winning this. Nickelodeon All-Star. What were you guys thinking? Look at the Warner Brothers multiverses game. At least they're putting effort into that. At least that game looks like it has potential. And Virtua Fighter 5, it's a good game. Like, nothing more I can say about it.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl might be the biggest disappointment of the year. Only because even though it is catered towards, you know, the younger demographic. How are you gonna pump out such shit, man?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And honestly, every other game I haven't really played except Strive a little bit, and I can see the hype. So I would nominate that. Oh, something that we didn't talk about. Guilty Gear music. We go hard.
Guilty Gear music.
Guilty Gear,
I would listen to the Guilty Gear music like any day of the week.
And then I will present Best Family Game. We have Mario Party Superstars.
Super Mario Party.
Mario Party Superstars. I love that game.
Mario Party Superstars.
And then the next section is Best Multiplayer Games. We have Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, and Valheim. And really quick, I'm just going to focus on the main ones, but it's going to, of course, be Monster Hunter Rise, New World, actually, and surprisingly Valheim, but not for the reasons you think. That game is garbage. Next, New World is actually really fun, but there are some major gripes. Some major gripes with them.
Major.
First things first, they need mounts. The amount of running you do in that game is crazy, and everything in that game is pretty tedious without.
I burn calories from watching my character run.
Yeah.
The combat itself, pretty fun. I hope they add new weapons soon. I think they added a couple already, but they do need to flesh it out a bit more. And then next, Monster Hunter Rise. That game is just amazing. So I believe that is the best multiplayer game. It fixes all the issues from World, especially the tedious. Oh, you have to go back and watch the cutscene, and then you can play the lobby.
Oh, that was bad.
And then you can fight the monster. No, this one's all unison. Everything's as it should be. Best game.
Yeah, I honestly agree. I have like nothing else. Like Monster Hunter Rise. Like it's a great game.
Yeah, I can see New World maybe getting an award for best ongoing game next year when it
Yes.
updates, adds mounts, fixes glitches, adds more
Maybe
enemy variety.
Yes, that was my other gripe, because they don't have a lot of variety in the enemies. It's just all these like weird looking skeletal zombies that like maybe they're stronger, maybe they're weaker,
Yeah.
but they're coming after you.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Monster Hunter Rise.
Presented by Amazon Prime Gaming, the most anticipated game of 2022. Okay, so for this is probably the most insane group
List,
of nominated games. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so we have Elden Ring. We have God of War Ragnarok.
Oh my.
We have
Brother.
we have Horizon Forbidden West. We have the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I'm so happy.
And
I'm
we
so
also
happy.
have Starfield.
I'm so happy.
Oh.
I'm so happy.
So, that's a really hard list to pick from.
Yes.
Because, okay, here's the thing. Elden Ring, I personally am excited for because growing up, I wasn't allowed to play the Dark Souls games.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to get into it. And also, I have seen gameplay footage I've seen all the trailers. This game looks amazing. But then it's like, I could also say the same thing about God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that game looks fantastic. And the original God of War, amazing. Horizon Forbidden West, oh my gosh, that game looks beautiful. Like, it looks beautiful and the gameplay looks amazing. My Nintendo heart is like squealing for the Breath of the Wild sequel. And Starfield, I don't know a whole lot. It's by Bethesda, which is great. They make great games. But
They used
also,
to.
We'll get back on that.
we'll get back to that. But this game, I've been hearing about this game for years. Like this, and it's like for me, it's almost like why isn't it out yet? It's like it's gonna take forever. But jeez, I think I'm gonna have to go with my gut and pick. I think I'm gonna have to pick the Legend of Zelda sequel.
Okay.
Like simply for the hype, because I love Legends of Zelda. I love everything about it, and especially if they make it like I'm hoping. This is my hope. I hope they eventually release like a Switch Pro that can get like an actual Switch Pro, not the dumb OLED thing, which is like great, but like not really. And that it can run this game like amazingly. That's what I want.
Really quick, we also made a video on that, so if you guys click up here, I'll link that as well.
And like and subscribe. Billy, what do you think?
Oh, I'm so happy about this list. Okay, so first things first, Elden Ring. I've actually never played a Dark Souls game either, but this might. Actually, I have. I played Sekiro. I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
Like, not to hate on anything, but I felt like what I wanted to do was pretty restrictive because how the game was meant to be played.
Okay,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Elden Ring, an open world, a true open world Dark Souls game is insane. From what I'm aware of, everyone that played the beta test or the network test has great things to say about this game, and it is basically a community-driven game. Everything that the community wants is within this game. It's like a jack of all trades, except it is the best one. And then God of War Ragnarok, okay. I played a good chunk of this game. I didn't finish it, but I did witness. I had a great experience with my little brother. He finished the game, and it was magical. And then the ending scene with Thor, that hits Ragnarok. When I saw it with him, bro, my heart, dude.
You're like, oh,
it's so good. I'm sorry, Horizon. I like you.
Yeah, but it's not.
But I don't like you because you are overshadowed by The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild sequel. If you guys didn't know, Zelda is my favorite series of all time. I love that series to death, and the fact that this game's getting a sequel. I love Breath of the Wild. I felt like they could have tweaked some things. This game looks way different because it has all these sky islands. Link has a bionicle arm, mechanical arm. And then the next game's Bethesda. So basically,
the next game is Bethesda.
So we know how it's gonna go.
Why I say it like that is because they've been making really bad games. Like really bad games this year.
Yeah.
It was basically since I believe Microsoft bought them that they have been downhill. And I don't want to trash them, but the community, I swear, would agree with me. Get that out of here. So my most anticipated game has to be Breath of the Wild. I'm biased. So.
Same.
Okay, you know what? Let me get it out of the way. Starfield sucks. Get it out of the way. Okay, now we're gonna talk about Horizon. Get that out of the way also. Because it looks fantastic. I'm super excited for it. This game isn't compared to God of War, Elden Ring,
100%.
Zelda. What is it doing on this list even almost? We go to God of Ragnarok, sequel to my favorite game of all time. Elden Ring, which seems to bring together all the best parts of one of my favorite game franchises of all time. And then Zelda Breath of the Wild, you know, it's like one of the best Nintendo games these franchises ever created. What in this list is crazy? So I have to personally say Elden Ring is my most anticipated game of the year because God of Ragnarok, it's almost like I'm less anticipating because I know it's going to be good. So I'm like almost just like I'm letting it just like fall off my brain so I don't count the days down for when it comes out. Then Zelda, I'm very excited, but I'm also like salty. The new Switch didn't drop. I want a new Switch that can handle more power, so I'm salty about that. While Elden Ring, everything I've seen about that game is something I want or something other people have wanted. It just seems like it's becoming what the community wants. Like Billy was saying, it's a community-driven, amazing project.
And it's almost like because it's all new and like we know what we've seen from the trailers, right? But it's almost more exciting because we almost don't know exactly what to expect.
Yes.
Because from God of War, like there's been another God of War game, you know, but like this Elden Ring, it's like completely new, it's completely different, it's open world, which is like amazing. I want to buy the $200 bonus pack where you get the helmet.
But we can't get it.
I want to wear the helmet and play the game.
That's a good time to be a gamer, though.
It really is. No, I think this is probably the most hyped I have been for a year of video games. And this year, I honestly, the only hype train I was on, honestly, this year was Guilty Gear. I played
100%.
every single time the beta was open. Sure, the beta was pain, but like, you know, every single time it opened and I was playing it. We spent like all day playing it. But honestly, all the other games, like I was like, oh, that's cool. But like Mario Party All-Stars, like, or Superstars was like, I was excited for, but like, it wasn't like Breath of the Wild. Like, I will, like, midnight release, I am there, you know? Like, I've never been this excited for a list of video games in a long time, and I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Yeah, it's a great time to be a gamer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, we are trying to get more people to watch our content. Subscribe, we're trying to get 100 subscribers and then to 1,000 subscribers.
And if we get to 1,000 subscribers, Billy's gonna start an OnlyFans.
It's true, it's true.
He already signed the contract.
We appreciate you guys so much. We need to say that we appreciate you guys. Comment down below what content you want to see from Billy, what content you want to see from us, and just what kind of videos you guys want, because we really want to know what you guys are enjoying from us.
We want to cater to you.
Exactly.